A rumor that appeared many years ago forever sowed the seeds of discord between the daughters-in-law. Was Prince Joaquin in love with Mary, his brother's wife? Talking about these days, before the proclamation of Frederick of Denmark has nothing to do with the special friendship with Genoveva Casanova that we have been talking about since last November. Following the official confirmation that Princess Maria, Prince Joaquin's wife, and his nephews would not be attending the ceremony, it came as a big surprise. Such a historical event required a show of unity that would not be forthcoming, reigniting rumors of quarrels within the Danish royal family. But special attention was paid to two women, Mary and Marie. The future queen consort and her daughter-in-law don't get along, and to find out the reason for this rivalry, we have to go back to basics. What happened between them that made this crash so noticeable? Absence from work matters, and a lot. By comparison, it is claimed that Marie is going to become Meghan Markle in the sense that the wife of England's Prince Harry also did not participate in the coronation of her father-in-law, King Charles III, leaving her husband alone in Westminster Abbey. The head of the press service of the royal household, Lena Balabai, noted that Princess Mary will not be present at Christiansborg Palace, where Queen Margaret will officially sign her declaration of abdication before the Council of Europe at 1400 hours next Sunday, January 14. State. And all because children go to school, there is no special reason. It should be remembered that Prince Joaquin's family moved to Washington several months ago after living in Paris for some time, and that they definitely have no plans to go to Copenhagen. It is not surprising that this justification did not convince anyone, since we are talking about such an important event when there is a change of head of state. The heir will be King Frederick X, and his wife will be Queen Consort Maria. Both Marie and her children will miss him. This confused many and further demonstrated that peace was not made between everyone. In September 2022, Queen Margaret decided to strip Joaquin's 4 sons, her grandchildren, of the title of princes, giving them only the title of Counts of Montpezat, which they have enjoyed since January 1, 2023. This caused a tsunami in the royal house, with the offended father making explicit statements to show his displeasure, as did Marie and Nicholas, his eldest son. The Empress herself had to get out of the crisis by publicly asking for forgiveness for causing discontent among her own people, although, of course, she continued to repeat her decision. Margaret took this step to weaken the monarchy and, in a sense, give her grandchildren more freedom to conduct private business without violating the strict rules of the crown. In her mind, she was no doubt already considering the possibility of abdicating the throne, as the Queen assured in interviews that this was a task she would like to undertake herself rather than leaving it to her successor, fully aware of the problems that this would cause. However, this situation only worsened the bad relationship between brothers Federico and Joaquin, which had persisted since their youth. The latter expressed dissatisfaction with being second in the family, just as his father, Prince Henrik, was also bothered by the second place he occupied. Let's say this was the last straw, but that's not all. This is where sisters-in-law Mary and Marie come into the picture. Apparently, the source of their enmity was identified a long time ago, just after the second's arrival to royal power. She is the second wife of Prince Joaquin, who was previously married to Alexandra Manley, the mother of his 2 eldest sons, Nicholas and Felix. They, for their part, had little Henrik and Athena. Shortly after Friedrich and Maria's wedding in May 2004, the Danish press began publishing reports that the heir's younger brother was in love with his daughter-in-law. Moreover, it seems that the siblings met the attractive Australian at the same time in a pub during the Sydney Olympics in 2000, but it was Frederick who won Mary's heart. When Joaquin rekindled his romantic life with Frenchwoman Marie Cavalier, whom he married in 2008, headlines surfaced again when he noticed the huge physical resemblance his girlfriend had to her sister-in-law. To top it all off, the photo of Joaquin and Mary greeting each other with a kiss too close to the lips created a real spark. There was talk of Mary's jealousy of Mary, who was always higher in the ranks, for being the wife of the heir. From that moment on, attempts were made to bring the two princesses closer to them in order to dispel the rumors, but their gestures never ended in naturalness, and the fact is that they saw only what was strictly necessary. While they both support an active official agenda, it makes sense that Princess Marie's would be more pressing. They even end up stepping on each other's toes a bit, which Marie wouldn't like either. Their styles are also very similar. The truth is that now Marie, the wife of Prince Joaquin, has found it more appropriate to stay at home in the United States, avoid long shots, although she did attend the traditional gala banquet on January 1 last year in Copenhagen, and be absent on her in-laws' most magnificent day and future rulers of Denmark.